कैसे लगेगा? मजा कैसे लगेगा? क्योंकि ये बहुत कठिन बातें हैं। देखिए,
ये तो मिर्ची है, कहाँ से अच्छा लगेगा?
yes, Kachatibu, Ran of Kutch, there are many others. Yes, there are many others if I start listing them. देखिए, मजा तो तब आता अगर आप भी फ्री हैंड देते हैं। आपके कई सारे ऐसे नेता हैं जो बहुत अच्छा बोल सकते हैं। मैं तो सुन रहा था मेरे मित्र मान्य शशि थरूर जी जो बहुत ही अच्छा बोलते हैं। ये तो हालांकि अलग बात है कि अभी कुछ दिनों से उनके नेतृत्व उनके पार्टी के तरफ से उनको बोलने नहीं देते हैं, लेकिन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। लेकिन मुझे लेकिन सुन तो लीजिए सर। लेकिन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि उनको देश के हित में बोलने के लिए कोई रोक नहीं सका। मजा तो उसमें आता है।
Point to be noted.
Sir, I would request my friends on the other side that before they raise issues about China, they must, and they talk about candor, they must speak with candor about any MOUs that they might have with the Chinese ruling party. Does the Indian public not have a right to know what is the understanding that the Congress party has with the Chinese Communist Party? Does it not raise questions when they keep raising points and rebuttals and issues which are constantly aimed against the Indian armed forces, which are constantly aimed against the government of India? But as I said, in so many appearances before global media, I have not seen them raise questions about China other than praising China's technology and drones. I have not seen them questioning Pakistan for all the absurd and false claims that it makes. Sir, I said earlier that globally experts are recognizing India's indigenous capacities. I just point out two experts, sir, and then I'll start coming to my conclusion. Sir, John Spencer, who's the chair of Modern War Institute in the US last year in 2024, he said, "Make in India has transformed the country's defense landscape. From meeting 32% of the Army's ammunition needs domestically in 2014, in 2024, India meets 88% of its ammunition needs domestically." Sir, another expert, Tom Cooper, who is a military historian and an aviation analyst, says this right after Operation Sindoor's attack on Pakistan. Quote, "The world knew about India's capability, but it had not been demonstrated before. And all of a sudden, within 24 hours, India showed that it can hit Pakistan hard." Unquote. Sir, the reality is, all the statistics that I have been citing about hitting Pakistani air bases, about hitting Pakistani terrorist sites, are all backed up. They are backed up by satellite imagery. They are backed up by recordings. Whereas the Pakistani claims against India are fake. They are fake news. They are propaganda. And sadly, some of our friends, while ostensibly standing with India, standing with the government, standing with the people of India on Operation Sindoor, have fallen into supporting that narrative of Pakistan. Unsubstantiated claims against India, which I think ultimately the objective of the Pakistan narrative is to demoralize our forces. It is certainly not to encourage them for all these successes that they have had. Sir, as I come to the close of my speech, I would like to point out a few other things. One of the allegations that some friends in the opposition keep making is that our position is not supported around the world, that India doesn't have friends, that India has not made its message clear Now, nothing could be further from the truth, sir. Let me point this out. Sir, post-Pahalgam, post-Operation Sindoor, India has received 61 messages from heads of state, heads of government, and vice presidents. India has received 35 messages from foreign ministers. These are all in support. India has received 38 messages from members of various parliaments and former heads of state and government, leaders of opposition from various countries, and 43 messages from heads of various diplomatic missions. I would like to cite just a few of them, sir. The United States has made it very clear India has a sovereign right to combat terrorism. This is all post-Operation Sindoor. France, quote, unwavering solidarity and stands firmly with India. Sir, Armenia, terrorism cannot be condoned and must be condemned. Countries have the right to defend themselves against terrorism. Russia, this brutal crime has no justification whatsoever, and its perpetrators will face a deserved punishment. United Kingdom, India has every right to be outraged by the Pahalgam killings. Saudi Arabia strongly denounced the terrorist attacks in Pahalgam, reaffirmed firm stance against terrorism and extremism. Sir, I can go on and on. I think one of my friends in the opposition mentioned that Iran, from whom we buy certain petro products, has not condemned it. So that's not true. Iran too the president of Iran directly called up our Prime Minister Modi ji and conveyed in the strongest words the support to India. Sir, multilateral agencies like BRICS and Quad and even the FATF have all condemned the Pahalgam attack. Nobody has condemned India's right to defend itself. Nobody has opposed it. That used to be the case in the past. Nobody has said India should not be defending itself and in implementing the decisions taken by the CCS. Sir, the proof of the pudding remains in the final informations that come out. Even as we were debating this issue today, some of us must have seen in the news that an Operation Mahadev is being conducted in Jammu and Kashmir, targeted at terrorists, and it appears that at least one of those eliminated today was involved in the Pahalgam attack. Now, one of the important developments that has taken place, sir, is that for 2 years now, India has been giving detailed information to the UN, to US and other countries about this outfit called the TRF, the Resistance Front. The TRF is a front organization of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, LET. Sir, as terrorist organizations get proscribed and have limitations, don't have as much freedom to move money and have training camps, they come up with all these new names and new structures. Sir, I think our friends who for several weeks now have been going around saying that India has not been succeeding in taking its message around the world should acknowledge just a few days ago, the United States has proscribed the TRF as a terrorist organization, as a global terrorist threat. Sir, India has been succeeding. It is not enough to just stand with the people of India. Of course, you must stand with the people of India because otherwise you get completely sidelined. It is also important to celebrate India's successes. It is also important to boost the morale of our armed forces, to boost the morale of our scientists and technologies who have developed these indigenous equipment and indigenous armaments. Sir, as I close, I would like to just point out two things. Sir, with your indulgence, I would like to paraphrase a line from a Hindi film of about 4 years ago. No, the film was called Sardar Udham, and उसमें एक लाइन था सर, लाइन था कि दुश्मन को दर्द का एहसास हो तो जवाब तभी पूरा होता है. सर, मैं इस संदर्भ में कहना चाहता हूं कि ऑपरेशन सिंदूर वो जवाब था जिसमें दर्द भी था और संदेश भी। Sir, as I close, I would like to point out the following. Those who are still wanting to test Bharat's will, the willpower of the Indian government and the Indian people, will be in a very sorry situation. Sir, in concluding, I must also point out that when we sent out delegations, 7 delegations went out to different countries. I was part of one of them. And the experiences that we had was very clear. All these nations unequivocally understood and supported India's stance.